that it's very important to have the support system there, a support staff. And your head chef left recently,
yes,
and then the next chef stepped up.
Number 2, yes.
Yes. So how has that sort of changed things around the restaurant?
Well, we are the number 2 person. He can move on any station because he can do everything. He has been here for 18 years. Mm-hmm. We are training the other people who have been here 6, 7, 8 years to move from one station that they felt comfortable, for example, to go in another one, because everybody has to be able to move around. And so they are doing very well. It is not as fast as we used to be, but it's getting there. I need to give the chance to the people to move and to get familiar with that station just as well as they did with their own station. So the only way to learn is to do it.
Yeah.
And everybody understands that. We try not to kill them by getting more people that we can deal with. And that is hard because, people want to come in. But within another month, we are going to be perfectly fine.
That's great.
Yeah.
You have a birthday coming up soon.
I know, it's the 18th.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you have any big plans for that?
Well, you will laugh. I'm coming back the 18th, which is next Wednesday, from Dayton. Dayton, Ohio. What is it?
I'm
Ohio.
from Dayton.
You're kidding.
I'm from there.
I've never been there.
That's wild.
No, I'm going to be in Kansas City. I leave Sunday. And then after that, I go to Dayton. Only to a city, which is wonderful. And then I come back. And so I left dinner here with my husband because my daughters have little children. It is a top night school. They can't. So we'll get together probably at the end of the week. And we'll just celebrate together.
That's great. So, about the book tour, do you enjoy that part of the authoring process?
I used to. Not anymore. It is a lot of work.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say that. I mean, once I'm there, I am happy because it's really, if you think that the publisher is spending tons of money to send you away, it is a fact that I should really appreciate, and I do. It means that they have faith in the book, they have faith in me, and so once I leave, I do the best I can. And but I'm 70 years old. Mm-hmm. And I started when I was 35.
Yeah.
And I had a little more energy. I mean, I still have tons of energy because I couldn't do what I do. But once I'm on the go, I just do it, and then I stay 2 more weeks, and then I'm done. So I look forward to those days.
So your latest effort has been described as more of a tour book of Italy with recipes in it.
Yes, exactly. And you know why? It's because I knew I had started this book before I discovered cancer.
Sure.
And it was about 6 months into that when that happened. And then, of course, for 2 years I didn't feel like doing anything. I was not interested, and so on and so forth. Then my energy came back, my ambitions came back, and I decided to finish it. And I was trying to figure out what could I do that is something, after 7 books, what do you do? I mean, you can't repeat yourself. And my customers, a lot of my customers would say, Biba, I'm going to go to Italy. Great. Where are you going? We are going to be in Florence. We are going to be in Venice. We are going to be in your home. Do you have any places where we can go to eat? Sure. I have files. I've been keeping things forever. Sure, I will jot down places that I kept. And so I said, why don't I do something like that? Why don't I do a very simple book with recipes that are very accessible to everybody? And the other thing I would hear was, which one is the simplest of your books? Mm-hmm. I like to cook, but I don't like involved things. So I listened. And I said, why don't I do something like this? Food that is approachable, food that is good, and people will not be intimidated. Plus, a little bit of a travelogue with my favorite restaurants, with what food markets. If you go there and you are interested in eating out, you probably want to see where the markets are, the open markets, which are fabulous. You want to go around and see why people are so passionate about food, and there you discover you have cheeses that are amazing. You have little animals, unfortunately, that have been slaughtered, but I mean that's why the lambs taste like in no other place in the world. I mean, in all these things. So I try to give a lot of extra information. A lot of people would say to me, "Well, this is my first trip to Italy." And I went to this place that you told me it was closed. And then we found out that it was closed because they don't open until 8:30. Here people go to eat at 6.
You're like, get
Yeah,
used
hello.
to it,
Yeah,
sleep in a little
exactly.
while.
So I put all this kind of little informations.
Yeah.
And when you are in that city, when you pick up a menu, you will see that the menu has sometimes strange names. And I try to recapture the most typical dishes of that particular city, so they knew what they were.
Yeah, or they could at least catch part of the name.
Exactly.
Say, okay, I think
this
so.
is what it is. So
Right.
as many information as I could. I have something on the wines, on the cooking school, wherever each Florence, there are tons of cooking schools, so people ask me about that, if you are interested. So to give a variety of other things. And that's why it is a little different. And I'm glad I did that.
So if you want to cook, if you want to go to Italy, buy the book.
Buy the book.
Because you need it.
I have so many people who buy the book because they are going to go to Italy.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, well, I think that was great because a lot of us don't know, have never been.
Absolutely.
And where can I get this?
Yeah,
or where can I get that? I've heard about it.
And you're lost. Even if you go in an American city, even though it's your country and your language, but wouldn't that be nice if you say, go to that place?
Yeah.
Because it's fabulous.
I don't want to go to a TGI Fridays in New York City.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and the same with Italy. I know there are restaurants who, they're probably big tourist destinations, but they're not necessarily the best.
That's right. And that's another thing. I say, especially in cities like Florence, Venice, which are just jam in summer with a lot of people from all over the world. I said, if you see a sign that says menu turistico, touristic menu, get away from there. You don't want to go there.
Yeah.
Go into the little street, follow the Italians, go into the little alley, and if you see a hole in the wall and you see Italian walking in, go. Because that means there is good food. So if not Italians are not going out, spend money if the food is not good.
Exactly. And so I want to end with sort of, what do you forecast for Sacramento dining scene? How has it changed since you've arrived here?
Oh, it's changed tremendously, and I'm so excited about seeing the changes because I remember that I always said, if there is no competition, people become complacent. When I opened the restaurant, there were only 2 or 3 other restaurants in the city who had a name. And nobody really cared because if you wanted to eat well, you went into one or the other. But as the competition arises, you have to do better.
All right.
If the guy down the street packs them up and you don't, well, what is it? It is that you have to do a better job. Research more, work more, try to find out everything you know about the food you're serving and give quality and good prices. And so competition is good for everybody in any field.
And you are so busy with this restaurant. Did you not want to branch out?
Never.
Sort of like
ever.
Right.
And I have to say that I had so many opportunities to open other places, even simpler places, more like trattoria.
Sure.
But I knew that I could not follow those places like I follow this. You can have a lot of talented people, but it is more than talent. It is knowledge of what a language is, knowledge of what music is, knowledge of what food is. I know that when I show something to my guys, they can do it, but I want them to taste them. I want them to understand why they taste that way.
Right.
And once they get it, that's fine. But I knew that I couldn't. I wanted a place that was a destination place. And I never wanted to have more than one place. I could have been in Las Vegas, dear God. In Napa. Napa I would have liked to, but to have other places outside Sacramento, but no.
Well, this is definitely a destination.
Well, thank you so
and
much.
we're all done, and I am just so honored. So thank you so much for your time.
Will you let me know when
Yes.
when it comes out?
Yes, I
and
will.
that kind of a
Yes,
thing?
I will.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
And if you